That was a lot of aggression in one place.
Da, da, da,
That was
da,
pent
da,
up.
da.
Alright.
Let me just. There's someone calling me. I'm just gonna tell them to text me.
Well, we're recording
Who
now.
calls in 2024?
Right?
I do.
Okay. Mina, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Alrighty. Then we'll start in the capital city of Korokraz, 5 years after the Broken War has ended. The country of Netheryn slowly but surely healing over, yet the scars of the battles remain. The capital of Netheryn stood mighty against many battles. Its beautiful stone walls being rebuilt consistently. Noble buildings seem to be kind of like open to the public, at least for the most part, as there's still a lot of refugees using the capital city as a safe haven, and many temples offer food and shelter to all that need it. In the lower districts, however, people aren't as lucky. If your home was lost during the war, then there's aid offered to you, but if you were born into misfortune, it still kind of stayed the same and might have even gotten worse. In an old, shabby, decrepit bar, past a shelf that's a secret door to a deeper congregation of people. Many with kind of fur cloaks, daggers mounted on their belts, all with some sort of facial coverings, and many different kind of like climbers, looters, gravediggers equipment. You see a man kind of looking over the map, kind of like tousled, graying black hair, and a scowl kind of like permanently etched on his face. You've never seen him smile or even crack a joke, and his presence is always very like money motivated, very immediate. He always wants things done instantly, on time, and without hesitation. And as he just kind of like pushes a bag of 50 gold towards you, Mina, I'd like you to describe your character.
So good old Roland. He's a young dude, only 19. He's got black hair, black eyes. Um, bit of a rogue. Um, kind of like, I don't know, tannish skin. Clean shaved. Uh, yeah, that's what he looks like. Uh,
What's your opinion of this kind of this leader that you've come to know?
I think he's a scumbag. Um,
Good choice.
my character thinks that like robbing graves and the dead is just wrong, but I don't really have much of a choice. I need money.
Um, this isn't the last job that you'll do for him, but it's a little out of the way. Kind of like points to the map, and you see the kind of like familiar, just like scribble of a massive sword next to the holy mountain. And he goes, The client's paying a very hefty sum. Are you up for this?
The money's good, but it won't be easy.
I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Like I
Besides,
always do.
I've heard you've always wanted to meet him.
Who is it?
He just kind of shifts his posture a little bit and just kind of like looks over towards the door. You see a man that does not belong here. Very pristine, kind of plate mail. Not that it hasn't seen battle, but that it's been taken care of very meticulously. This kind of like flowing blue cloak, you can like kind of pick up on the fact that it's somewhat magical. Dark skin, one eye with this kind of almost bronze gold pupil with that of like some sort of reptile, and his other face kind of like a little bit covered by his white hair, but you do notice like multiple sets of eyes, and these kind of like two intertwining deer horns atop his head. You've seen statues of this person, but just give me a quick history check.
Okay. So
So
for a roll,
Roll a d20 and then add your history.
and
So 10? Okay. Yeah, this...
wait. History.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
okay.
have if you don't have history proficiency, you add your intelligence.
Oh, intelligence. 12.
12. Okay. Yeah, you've seen his statues, you've read some legends about him, and you've heard, like, the gossip. This is, Felix. He is one of the legendary heroes that saved Netherin, but also the world from the war. He was there atop the Holy Mountain, and with the 12, he was the only one out of his entire party to survive.
I kind of give him like a bow out of respect.
He just kind of stiffens a little and goes, "Oh, no, hey, it's you don't need to do that. It's fine. I'm Felix," and he like genuinely extends a hand to shake yours.
I get up, shake his hand, and say, "My name's Roland."
Roland. That's a strong name. So I'm assuming you're the one that's going to be leading me up there?
Looks like it.
He nods, just kind of looks over at the man kind of like in charge of this whole operation, Christoph. You're 99% sure that's a fake name. It's also like written with a C, so you're just like, what kind of fucking idiot would do that? But he just kind of like nods, gives you 25 gold now, and you get the other half later, as you always do with these jobs.
Business as usual.
Felix just kind of goes, I have my own horse and carriage. Do you have a mode of transportation, or do you want to travel with me?
The boss man never gave me a horse, so I don't have much of a choice.
Great, then we'll make some conversation on the way. And he kind of turns to leave. You have all your belongings with you. Anything you want to do before you set out?
No. Good for
Okay.
now.
The journey to the Holy Mountain kind of passes through the ruins of Allegard. You're essentially like stepping into the grave of a city. These tall, kind of like massive towers lean over the entire thing, completely overgrown with vines. A city square, just completely a mess. There's still like festival banners. A bunch of the stores have been kind of like left open. Felix kind of like parks his cart and horse near like a little fountain. You notice it's like been completely overgrown. There's moss and ivy and like little lily pads. Make a perception check for me. Okay, 11. It's plus your wisdom. Are you proficient in it?
So it'd be 12.
Okay. As you kind of look around, you notice a little frog kind of hops from one lily pad to another and croaks gently. And it is a very peaceful scene of just pure destruction. You notice kind of like a turned over carriage and the skeletal remains of a horse with wildflowers growing within it. And then something glittery catches your eye. Felix is just kind of like moving completely forward, just going straight towards the mountain. You, however, kind of like veer off a little bit to the side. Under a demolished wooden building, there sits what seems to be some sort of a rusted over automaton with a bunch of kind of like green vines growing all over it, and kind of like a few flowers poking out. You know, it's like a little snail just kind of like inching further up its arm.
Can I see if there's anything useful on it?
Make an investigation check.
Seven plus. Yeah, just 7.
Okay. Nothing useful, though you do notice this kind of like a large gash, kind of like splintered by the wood. It seems to be kind of like preventing the thing from like even moving at all. Though there is this kind of like almost like as you get closer to it, there is this like hum, like this kind of, like, little bit of static kind of like rises across your skin.
I'm gonna make a smart decision and back away before I wake it up.
As you say that, you kind of like realize the hum and kind of like this almost life of this creature instantly back away. Felix kind of like turns around, goes, what's going on? You're staring directly at this thing as it begins to, and like its cogs turning slowly, this almost like painful screeching sound as it begins to roll and roll and roll before you hear. Ricky, do you want to describe your character?
Yes. Basically, you would see this thing and would think it once was a very noble looking, like, just piece of equipment. It used to have very intricate designs across it. It looked like it was made by a very loving hand, and now it looks decrepit and old. There's just moss and greenery going around. Um, and there's even though it's not like on, as soon as you hear the gears turn, there's like this soft blue glow come from its eye where eyes would be.
Okay.
Um, Alec,
What's up?
have I reactivated?
You've reactivated, but you are like very much stuck under a building. It's like in a very uncomfortable position where it's kind of like pinning one of your arms against your back, and then like one piece of wood has like splintered straight through, and it's just kind of like almost like pinning you. If you want to try and make I'd say either like athletics or acrobatics check to try and like wiggle yourself free.
Give me 1 second because I forgot to toggle something on my sheet.
You can use your dice.
Oh no, I just want to use the sheet. I don't have space on my desk right now for dice.
Oh, real. Renee just rolls
Uh,
on her paintings.
I'll use athletics and I'll just like try and like use my other arm to create a wedge just so I can slip my arm out.
Okay.
And just try to move.
12. You're like you heat up like so much that like you're kind of like working overtime to get out from under this thing, but it's like not budging. Roland, are you just kind of like sitting there staring at this automaton just like struggle to get up? I will say, like, you've seen these like around the city before. I will also say they are essentially cops.
This unit would require assistance.
At this point, kind of like Felix walks over looking very confused and goes, "Oh, do you need help?"
This unit would require assistance if you could provide it.
He kind of looks over at Roland like in a, should we do something? Like, is Roland doing anything?
I'm a little nervous because I don't feel like fighting with a metal man. So I turn to Felix and ask, "You think he's gonna attack us?"
I mean, I've seen these around, though not maybe this model. It looks a little different. Hey, if you're...
This unit can hear your conversation and could answer any questions if you are concerned.
Will you attack us?
No.
Can I roll an insight check on you? Okay.
I'm not lying.
I know. So I'm gonna see how stupid he is.
You want me to? I'll do it.
Like Felix rolled one. Do you want to roll one?
Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta learn how to like actually work Roll20 a little bit better.
Are you using the dice roller on the left-hand side, or are you just typing it in the chat?
I was typing it in, but
If you put plus and then your modifier, it will add it in.
let me see how the dice roller works. So it's D20. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so
All right.
no modifiers helping that one.
Alright, taking a shot.
Honestly, like, this one doesn't look like it's gonna attack you. You just hate cops. Like, you just don't trust it because it's a city guard. Like, they were
Real.
built to kind of, like, protect the city, quote-unquote. And
Real.
you're just not in the mood. But Felix kind of, like, walks over. You see this kind of, like, sword at his side, but he doesn't take it out. Instead, he kind of, like, takes out a shield, hanging on his back, and then kind of, like, begins to, like, support a little bit of the weight of the building, and then just kind of, like, help, this, like, sentry bot, try and kind of, like wiggle out, as, Felix, like, lifts the thing piercing you, out of your chest, and now there's, like, a lot more room for you to move around. So make it another athletics with advantage.
I really said fuck 12 in my head.
Yeah. 21. There is a lot of creaking and a lot of rusting and a lot of moving parts that, like, it's
Haven't
like,
moved in a few years.
It's like your leg has been asleep for 12 years. Like,
So, Roland, As soon as this thing gets unstuck, it stands up and it's about 6'8". And about 400 fucking pounds.
How tall is Roland?
5'9". Not exactly a big guy.
This thing is like towering over you.
Now I got like that little gif of like William Dafoe in like the lighthouse, where he's just like staring up at the City Watch cop thing.
This unit would like to thank both of you.
Yeah, of course.
May I have your names?
Felix, and he protrudes his hand.
It shakes his hand.
My name's Roland. Still kind of like nervous because it's fucking massive.
Roll me a d20 really quick, Mina. Three. You're in the system.
God damn it!
You. I don't.
Wait, do I look at him and already know his name?
You don't know his name, but like from his appearance, you can tell he's committed some crimes.
This unit sees that you are registered in the database in some way.
We're not gonna talk about this.
Of course.
Glad we can come to an agreement.
It
What's your
outstretches its hand to you.
I warily shake it.
I am I am of the series Valor model. Hold on. I have this whole thing prepped out actually.
He's like stuttering in real life.
I am a Valor Series 14 model personality matrix designation 27. However, citizens have been prone to call me Valor 14.
How about
Well,
Valley?
that makes things. Valley.
No?
This unit does not care for nicknames. Call me whatever you wish.
Okay, cool.
Well, Valor 14. What do you want to do now?
You hear like a whirring sound within it, and then like a completely separate voice just say, rolling through directives.
Ricky's out of character. Did you just make RoboCop?
No, I made Bastion.
Oh, God.
His pitch for the campaign was Bastion Overwatch, and I went, okay.
Because I'm getting RoboCop vibes right now.
In the event of reactivation, this unit will find all active Valor Series units or confirm their destruction. Once collected, the Valor Series modules will begin rebuilding the city.
Make a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
Do. 13.
13. As you kind of like scan the area, like your head turning like a full 360 degrees, you notice another Valor unit with like a giant halberd like stuck like in its chest, as if it was like aiming for something behind it and then just like either missed or its weapon was used against it. You're not really sure, but it's just kind of like embedded, and its innards are completely like sputtered out. As you kind of like walk over, the main mechanism, the crystals at the center of their chest, destroyed utterly. There is no way this thing is waking up.
Can I recognize the designation of this one? Or is it too destroyed for me to even recognize?
I'd say this was one of the kind of like vanguard of this city specifically, just like the main attacking force. You're not really sure what it's doing so deep within.
I'm going to look at it, and He's not gonna try to hide it. Roland, you hear this thing make like a final rites prayer. May the soil retake you, brother. So that way you may rejoin our kind on the other side. And it just rips the halberd out of it.
I think to myself, gee, I didn't know automatons were religious.
It's
Um,
pretty metal, though, right?
Shut up.
This unit finds your joke humorous.
I'm glad. Will you be accompanying us to the Holy Mountain?
Valor doesn't look directly at him ever. It's just taking like whatever it could find from this Valor or from this this random unit. Just there are no other Valor units around. It would be beneficial if I were to look around with you.
Great. The more the merrier. Roland, lead on!
Alright, we're on the road again.
I do have I do have an image of my idea of him.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna put that in the chat. He does not look. He looks humanoid, and that's basically where the line's drawn. You can pick this motherfucker out from a crowd.
I would hope so. He's like, what, 6'9"?
6'8".
Same shit. Absolute shit. Check out another.
The unit has sustained tremendous internal damage. I do not have access to the mental uplink that all other 14 models have.
You, all three of you begin to make the journey to the Holy Mountain. It's not exactly, easy, but it's not like you're climbing it straight up. It's very much just like a long hike. Takes you the better part of a day, and as you kind of like near the top, kind of twilight begins to set over, painting the sky in this kind of like gorgeous pink and purple, and few stars are poking out in between the clouds. And as you kind of like get to the area where this final battle essentially took place, Felix looks over at you and goes, well, where should we start looking? Your prerogative is, Roland, is to find the corpses and remains of Felix's party members. And since you are in the kind of like corpse hunters group, you are the most suited for it, essentially.
Right. I'd say we start looking towards the center. That's where all the important people tend to, die.
Okay.
No offense meant.
None taken. In fact, I'm glad you're referring to my friends as important. It makes me happy that people still care.
Well, you're something of a hero around these parts.
No. They're the ones that... they deserve more recognition than I do. But that's why we're here.
This unit does not understand.
I'll explain later. Can you just, look around the area and see if you can find any bones?
Well, that's what I'm good at.
Alright, both of you make perception checks with advantage. As Felix is, like, actively helping, but he's not great at it. Okay. Perception, bestie.
13 plus.
Ricky.
Hmm.
Oh,
You-
Oh, I
you
rolled
too.
persuasion,
Yep.
my bad. Sorry.
You're not talking to the
It's
corpses.
working for me.
Same thing anyway.
same
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Awesome.
I thought that said persuasion. My
Okay,
bad.
21, and what was your total, Mina?
14.
14, okay. As you're both looking around, Roland, you notice this kind of like at the top of the mountain, some of the flooring, like the rocky surface, seems to be a little almost soft. And as you kind of like knock against it, and Valor, as you come over, you both realize that there's like hollow, like this mountain has been like hollowed out by, like, and kind of like overgrown essentially. So you're pretty sure there's some kind of either chamber or like tunnel or cave underneath the ground that you're standing on.
I kind of call out to Felix.
Hmm?
Seems like we have a chamber kind of hidden in this mountain here.
Well, how do you propose we get through there? Do you want us to jump really heavily?
Got more walking to do, I guess.
This unit is equipped with motors that are capable of, used to be capable of several tons of pressure.
Okay.
I could break it.
Make an attack roll for me.
I suggested it. I wasn't doing it. I was
Oh,
suggesting
okay.
it.
I'd rather not, if you had the choice. Sometimes the dead don't like being woken up.
That's kind of exactly what we're here to do.
I'd rather not them actually wake up. They get a little feisty.
He like looks over at you and just doesn't say anything. Valor, with that 21 perception, you do notice this kind of like almost tree cove full of kind of like dangling vines that seem to be leading further like down the mountain and then almost like sloping inwards.
This unit has found an entrance.
Well, it seems like you've got better eyes than me. Wait, do you even have eyes? Doesn't
This
matter.
unit has ocular servos.
You found a way in. Let's go in.
Please let this unit go first.
Okay. Valor, Roland, are you going in after him? Or are you going
Yeah.
after Felix?
I'll go in after Valor.
Okay.
I'd rather keep my eyes on the Fed.
You, you climb down the steps. You reach this, again, kind of mossy-covered cave entrance. Valor, you kind of, like, just see through to the inside and then kind of brush the entrance along for your companions, kind of, like, creating this doorway for them. All three of you step through into this overgrown cave with the last remnants of sunlight still like dappling through. Moss and vines completely shrouded in greenery. There are hundreds of weapons scattered throughout it all.
I hate to do this, but I gotta be right back. Dingus is screaming about something.
Okay. Felix just kind of steps through, looking around. Make another perception check for me, Valor.
This time do not press persuasion. 16.
16. You kind of look around and notice a couple, just like the tiniest fragments of bones.
Your name is Felix, correct? You had told me before.
Yes, I'm looking for the bones of my friends.
I have found some remains here.
He kind of like walks over, and as you both kind of like follow the remains, you kind of like push away the leaves and kind of like tear open this log straight through, and then see two almost complete skeletons. A few bones are missing. One seemingly some sort of kind of like silvery armored, maybe sorcerer, you're not really sure, and another wearing cleric garb. If you want to make a religion check to see what kind of god they worship. 10. The symbol is of the mask. It's a god of trickery, lies, kind of thing. Though you don't really know too much about it.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. Oh, Valor and Felix found their like two skeleton corpses. One seemingly of like some sort of sorcerer or mage, and the other of a cleric of the mask.
Okay.
Yeah, I like turn my head to Felix. Are these your friends?
Are you sure there's not any more? There were 6 of us.
There are bound to be more, but these are the ones I have found so far.
Okay.
This unit is equipped to have conversation if you need it.
Have a conversation about what?
It depends.
Like a guidance counselor?
This unit is equipped to deal with emotional responses to any kind of scene.
Well, I've been looking for them for 5 years, so I'm a little, I don't know, overwhelmed, I guess. If I just want them back so badly.
You will have your friends back. Do not worry. It is only a matter of time. And even if we do not find all of them, just know that they will always be looking out for you, one way or another.
Question?
Thank you. Yeah, what's up?
Are they looking at the bodies right now?
They're just kind of talking to each other. Why?
Valor is not paying attention to the bodies. If
I
you're
gotta-
looking for that answer.
Okay, because I got a thing to do.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
Ooh. 20 plus 18.
18. What's
I
Valor's?
actually rolled.
What's Valor's passive perception?
12.
Awesome. Felix's
Oh,
is 10.
I'm actually rolling well for once.
Yeah, man.
When it
You
mattered.
do the thing that you were paid to do.
Woo!
And Valor and Felix don't notice a thing. And
Money move.
Felix just kind of just nods and goes, "Thank you. Okay." And you see him just kind of push up the sleeve of his arm, and then kind of like with his fingernail, take off his like gauntlets with his fingernail, draw like runes for the revivify spell, not revivify, true resurrection spell, into his flesh, and then just kind of come over to the two bodies, and go, "Fucking please, please, please." And this flash of brilliant white light and that kind of casts rainbows across the entire room. It's all set in this sparkling atmosphere as flowers and grass and roots begin to grow over the two bodies, morphing into something new. Nico and Alice, are you both here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like both of you to roll a d20 for me. The lowest number gets to describe it first.
I got an 8.
I got a 5?
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a 5, not a 2.
Alice.
Yeah.
Please describe to me the present. What's heaven like?
What's heaven like?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, okay.
For this person specifically.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Acacia, she's probably sitting in a garden of flowers
Mm.
with a warm drink and a soft breeze on a sunny day with a little bit of music playing in the background.
You instantly feel as if a spear of ice was pierced directly through your chest and then grabbed onto whatever it is that you call a soul and shoved it out, like pulled it from you and through something unknowable, something that no person should ever have to witness. You feel yourself going directly through several layers of the outer worlds of the Grand Wheel. It is the most excruciating pain you've ever been in, and Acacia's been set on fire multiple times. And it is this slow, deliberate pull, as if someone is reaching into your grave and begging you to become alive. And you do. With the first breath that you take, there's this sense of wrongness, as if your skin fits differently. I would like you to please describe your character.
Yeah. Acacia is a sky elf. She has dark gray hair and silver eyes. She's wearing sorcerer's garb. She looks very confused, I'm sure.
As you kind of wake up, eyes open, like, 5-year-old makeup smudged completely, your hair matted yet somehow like wet almost, and you see kind of like blood dripping onto your clothes, as Felix, like shutting his eyes tight, opens them and goes, "Oh, thank the mistress," and immediately like leaps towards you and brings you into a hug. He smells of pine trees and someone who grew up in the countryside. This is not a familiar scent to you.
I think Acacia would have flinched away the second he started moving.
He kind of like moves towards you, flinch away, he like freezes, and just goes, "Right, of course, I'm just so glad you're okay." Kind of like reaches out to you, like grab your hand and like pull you up.
Who are you?
You see him like stutter for a moment. Make a history check for me.
Yeah. Yeah, what am I? Right, that's a plus. What is my intelligence? Okay, that is a +6.
Dude, you're so smart.
18.
18. These like fragments of memories, like broken glass, come like shattering into your mind, and you're like trying to make out the pieces. You've met him before, you're pretty sure. He's not a stranger, but there's like just the fragmented memories. Hug, he's touched you before, he's very familiar with you, you've held hands before, you think. You've shared dinner with him and others, faces blurred, almost like cracks in between them, cracks in time that you just, in this moment, it is not coming to you at all. Felix, don't you... Acacia, it's me. I promised you I wouldn't let you be here.
I don't remember.
Yeah, my hair's grown out a little bit, I guess. It's fine. You're probably just in shock. You've been dead for 5 years. Here, let me help you up.
Okay,
This is, he kind of, like, points to this automaton behind him that, like, he just realizes still there. That's, Valor, he's a nice, and that's Roland. They both helped me find you. Here, and he just kind of, like, takes out a water skin and gives it to you, and you like, just now realized, oh yeah, I haven't, like, I'm in a body that hasn't, like, eaten and drank in 5 years, and instantly you just feel this, like, just parched throat.
oh yeah, I'll have a big sippy.
I don't like how you said that. You see Felix's expression kind of change, almost as if, like, being happy that you at least trust him, like, to drink, like, water that he gave you. Kind of, like, sighs in relief a little bit. And then he turns his attention to the body that you see, like, almost like an imprint of it has been, like, left on your right arm. This kind of, like, almost just like skeletal scar. Shifting gears, Nico.
Yes.
I would like for you to describe the past. What was the war like?
The war was very fun, to say the least. It was exhilarating to get to see all the destruction and chaos fall upon both sides, neither one really seeming to edge out the other. But it all just had to go tumbling down all too soon. When that little party of adventurers went ahead and messed everything up for the time being. As much as I would have loved to gone on and make sure to really stretch out the rest of my years during those days, it didn't seem to end out that way. But from what I remember, they were very entertaining, to say the least.
There's this stillness around you. Like a deep slumber that you're very aware of, but you're not, like, lucid dreaming or anything. It's just kind of peaceful and nice, and you almost forget, and then you're, like, in an instant. It's not the slow drag that Acacia experienced. It is the tip of right when you're on the roller coaster, and then you're pushed, like, downward into this, like, instant rush of air. Air for the first time fills your lungs, and there's sunlight, well, what remains of it, like, late evening now, like on your skin, and this a beautiful cave, and you sit up instantly and just kind of freeze. You see 2 people you recognize, and 2 people you don't. Felix this great paladin and Acacia, this almost like deadly sorceress, and a valor unit. You've seen them around. They're supposed to be kind of a like town's guard, a person you've never seen before in your life. And as you kind of sit and take this all in, what is your character's kind of like first thought? And you can be as descriptive as you want.
Immediately, I think to myself, the first instance of like existing back in this realm. My first thoughts are that my body feels different. Everything feels not like it used to. Like I have.
Oh yeah, wrong
limbs
teeth.
and-
Wrong teeth.
Oh yeah, exactly. Parts of my body that I feel like are missing and things that I used to be able to control just aren't there anymore. It feels like I'm woken up from like the deepest slumber and now I waken up with like the most terrible back pain ever. I look around to kind of like scan each of the persons around me for a moment, and I do so with like very like almost hesitant eyes, so to speak, as I'm like very, very taken aback by where I am. And after I take a look at each of them, I kind of scan the area as well, really trying my best to like analyze where I'm at, as I look pretty confused as well as to what is going on.
You see the paladin just kind of pat this kind of like elven woman on the shoulder and just like lunge at you, and you freeze like instantly because you think he's gonna attack you, but he just grabs you in like a big hug and just like cries, "Kane, thank it worked. You're both here." And just kind of like holds onto your shoulders and goes, Do you remember me?
Sorry, am I... should I remember you?
You see, like, this almost lifelessness flash over his eyes, and he just goes, We were friends once. It's fine. Here, just kind of, like, leads you up. Do you remember Acacia? Just kind of points to the elven woman standing next to you.
I look over at Acacia, and my eyes is kind of like wide and open for like a brief moment before I kind of like calm back down, and I look over at Acacia. Yeah, I think. Oh man, it's been so long. What is going? Forgive me for my confusion. So many things are rushing through my mind at the moment.
You're being so formal. It's fine. I know this must be really confusing. I took a lot longer than I expected, but you're both here and you're I'm just glad to be able to look at you guys once more. Just kind of looks over at the like robot and the rogue. What are you guys doing, Valor and Roland?
I am silently observing them, and like I'm doing the thing that most I'm doing the thing that most people do when there's like an on-site medic, where they're standing back and letting the professional take over, but Valor looks like he's very vigilant in their actions and making sure they don't do anything like aggressive.
Like you're actively stopping yourself from like scanning over their entire bodies.
Yes.
Make a
If it wasn't for Felix, Valor would be doing medic stuff.
Just make an Arcana check, for me, and Roland, you can make one as well if you want.
No.
I'm actively trying to not pay attention.
You just like found a really interesting spot of grass on the floor that your attention has been to the entire time.
Yeah, I'm staring at like a ant.
It's crawling.
It do be crawling.
Felix just kind of looks over his friends, looks over the group, and goes, "Well, I don't have any more spells prepared for today, and that kind of took the wind out of me, so perhaps we should return back to Alderbur."
After a revival like that, I find it quite impressive, really. I wouldn't blame you for feeling so tuckered out.
He just kind of punches you on the arm in like a very friendly manner, like he's clearly super comfortable around you. There you go again. Yes, I am incredible at spellcasting. No, that's that's Acacia's thing. Hey, you're not too bad yourself either. Like, let's be honest.
How long has it been?
5 years. Oh, my family's gonna be so happy to see you guys. They've been a little worried, but...
I do not mean to interrupt this reunion, but there is a closer city not too far from here.
Kutterkraz and Alderborough are about the same distance.
He's not talking. He's not talking about either of those.
Okay. They just everybody in the group make like a history check for me.
Yippee! Give me a second.
Oh boy, a 5.
5.
Where the
Mommy
fuck
peeing.
am I? History?
Oh, you're not there, but you can make whatever you want.
I'm trying to be a part of it. Guys, I win. Alright. Back to Dormant.
Yeah, which city are you talking about?
Olgard.
You, yeah, okay. Did anybody get higher than Roland's 5?
I got a 19.
Okay,
Got a
great.
7.
Okay.
History is like the one thing I'm good at right now.
19. Yeah, Alagard. Alagard. That name kind of like almost stirs something within you, and you remember a very heartbreaking battle that no one expected to come from within the city, and you have this almost like flashback as you kind of almost like reach out your hand as if you're trying to grasp onto something, and this kind of like almost migraine to your head as it's difficult to remember, and the shards of glass are like digging into your skull itself. A city on fire, and this massive titan dragging his sword straight through the buildings. The vanguard kind of like sentry bots who are supposed to be the front line are sent back into the city to fight off a wave of Goliaths and Titans that were hiding underground. And it was the most horrifying thing you think you've experienced. But it still doesn't feel real. It's like it happened to somebody else.
Algard's gone, isn't it?
This unit deactivated in the middle of a citywide crisis. All 14 models were sent out as civilian protectors. We rescued people from collapsed buildings, evacuated as many as we could. This unit, designation 27, deactivated after rescuing a child from a house fire. The last thing this unit remembers is telling the mother of that child to evacuate the city. After that, emergency protocols activated, and passive sentry mode was activated. How many years has it been since that crisis?
don't know. I can't. Thinking about it hurts. I can't remember.
Hey, it's all right. It's been about 6 or 7 years. Let's stop reminiscing about the past. My two best friends in the world are back. And you guys are here too. If you wanna come back, to Alderborough with me, my family's throwing a feast because, you know, I did it. Or they're gonna once they see that I did.
This unit cannot participate in feasting, but this unit is equipped to play musical instruments.
That should definitely come in handy.
They taught the cops how to play music.
All 14 personality matrix models were encouraged to discover things about themselves. I quite enjoy music.
He went to a liberal arts school. Just kind of goes, great. And you begin to walk down the mountain. We're going to shift perspectives. To, well, just one set of footprints makes its way through a dense forest, and it kind of like circles around a little bit from time to time as if they're in a very strange place and have no idea where they are. It's getting a little bit late, and you notice your stomach grumbling. Cameron, do you want to describe your character?
So there's this like wall of muscle of a man, kind of like scourging through the woods. He's also 6'8", and he has very very long and pointed ears that are kind of leaning down, with two like really bright eyes considering the time of day. But his eyes are, instead of being like normal, like, you know, iris, like whatever, they're like multiple, like kind of compound eyes, like in one. And he has slits on his cheekbones and like all over his face, mostly around his eyes, where it looks like other eyes are closed currently. With like long, wavy, really like bushy hair, white hair, and deep purple skin. He's kind of like hunched over, like following like whatever through the forest. And he's wearing this big brown like cloak, and the fur around it is almost like bear fur. And then like the fur itself, like it doesn't swamp his shoulders, but it kind of like it accentuates his form. Um, at one point, he stops and he sighs very dramatically, and he kind of takes the coat and kind of not he doesn't put it to the ground, but he kind of grabs it and gently moves it, like kind of running down his arm, and then kind of like waiting for it to move by itself.
Is little guy there?
Riley?
I am here. I don't know if that was my cue.
Yeah, that was cute. You
No,
want to
you're
describe
good.
your
Just a
character?
little,
You're good.
Who comes tumbling out of the cloak?
little cloak stays like dormant for a second, and then it just starts like wiggling about, and it just like starts shaking. And out, these long green ears pop out, and there's one big black eye stares outwards, looking side to side until finally just lifting up this fur. And this little green goblin dude is just there. Well, it just looks like a gremlin who's been left after midnight with the dino nuggies. just wild black hair with white streaks scattered about. Big old eyes, raggedy, sharp teeth. Looking at my reference photo, I'm sorry, I forget how my character looks like for 2 seconds.
That's real.
For real. They have all this like sort of like random like fabric and just like what pieces of what looks like a cloth wrapped around, held together by a little gem metal scrap that they found. They come crawling out and they look around, they stare up at their buddy. And they sniff the air as their tummy just starts like growling. Food.
Zuri's gonna like kind of like give like a nod. Well, I am not too good at tracking in these parts. If it were a spider in a cave, I got your back. But as lost as a blind dog.
They're gonna stare at you and nod and look around.
Okay, both of you make perception checks. Or one of you can make it with advantage.
What's your modifier?
Let me open this fine little scrappy thing here. It's perception, right? It's a +1.
We can both roll separate. I have a +2.
Let's go! Perception, go!
Oh,
Ready,
what
go.
the fuck? What
That's
the
awesome.
fuck?
You're just so in tune.
I'm just so insane! It's just meant to be!
That's awesome.
like back to back. Does Cameron, does your character have like a little backpack for for Riley's character to like sit in?
Not really. It's just like the cloak.
Okay.
Can I just latch on their back?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna chill there. As the cloak goes on top.
Cameron, you've got like the entire like bottom half of your vision covered, and Riley, you've got the top half, and that's how you walk through the forest. With Riley's character just kind of like on your shoulders, like just like head on top of your head, and you're both like staring around.
I look left, they look right.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
You both like at the same exact time see kind of like a deer kind of like skulking through the forest. Doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
I immediately just cover their face and I lunge forward. Dibs! And
Whoa.
they're gonna go lunge forward and they're gonna go try to jump on this deer.
Okay, both of you make attack rolls, please.
What the fuck?
we go from like, oh, this is kind of sad to goblin hour.
You know what? Perfect.
24.
Wait, what do I... Okay. Do I just roll... No, I'm sorry, I'm having a dumb moment because medley, with the... Oh, I'm stupid. I'm sorry,
You
I
can just
had a
click the
moment.
name, in the, and it rolls damage. And what did,
I'll tell you right now. Soon. I'm so sorry. Roll 20 is still not something I'm used to.
Yeah, it's okay. You can just like roll your dice. I don't mind.
Oh no,
It's
but
okay.
everyone else is using it. I feel left out.
Oh, okay. I'm not using it.
Oh, never mind, guys. Since God's not using it, I guess.
Oh, Alice isn't using it either. I don't think.
No, I'm not. I have pretty dice and I'm gonna use them.
Really?
And then I'm gonna struggle to do math for like 30 seconds.
Yo,
Okay.
same.
You know what? You're right.
That's what
Pretty
they're here
math
for.
rocks it is. Okay.
Okay. You you both like lunge at this thing with like almost animal like accuracy. Ziru's greatsword just like stabs straight through it, and then Scrap, your scythe just kind of like slices off its head very cleanly. It just falls to the ground, bleeding out.
Brains.
Mm-hmm. Zuri's gonna like clear his throat.
So, do you guys like start a campfire?
Um, Zuri's gonna clear his throat, and he kind of like looks down at this and sheaths his greatsword. He's gonna go, now, Scraps. I know that we're both very hungry, but we gotta say grace to the Weeb Mother before we partake in this meal.
Grace, weave mother.
Yeah, yeah. Follow my
Scrap,
lead.
make a religion check with disadvantage.
Oh boy. Oh, will I? Okay. Pretty dice. I don't have pretty dice right now, so it's.
Oh, buddy.
I'm sorry. They're in the living room and I'm lazy.
Thanks, so real.
Peace. This is how I do it. That's not how I do it, guys. I did
There's
something
just a
bad.
Slash R 2d20.
Thank you, guys.
Slash R space 2d20.
Thank you. I appreciate this so much.
It's a 5.
5. Awesome. What's your intelligence modifier?
Ooh.
In -2.
Negative
That'd be funny.
1.
Okay, so 4. Yeah, you've heard of gods before. It's what like weird people like entertain themselves with when they're bored. You're pretty sure.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Does Zero
Yeah,
launch
yeah,
into like a very prepared like Weave Mother like monologue about how
Yeah.
you're grateful for this holy food that she provides. Scrap, do you follow along?
I say like every 5th word. Yeah,
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, Weave Mother.
Wait, mother. Thank you. Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Mm-hmm.
Man?
Men?
Okay, we're gonna cut away from this. In Alderborough.
Can I post a little picture of my character?
What?
Because can I post a little picture?
Yeah,
of
of
my
course.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not good at explaining.
Yeah, you can post it in Thursday Shitstorm. If you have art. Ooh. All right. Yeah, in Alderbur.
I love them. Flat mode.
In Alderbur, sits a person with some sort of musical instrument and a cane, or not a cane, but kind of like a walking stick almost. And June, if you want to describe your character.
Alright. I'm really shit at describing my character.
Well,
But-
you know, Mina told us his hair color and eye color and height, so
Alright.
bars low.
Alright.
No offense, Mina.
My character is a 3'7" elf. They wear a top hat and a skull mask, and they have a jester attire. To give a correction about the staff, it is, if you know the hit show Owl House, it's a palisman. They have a hyena palisman, and they're just a silly little gremlin.
You see this kind of dusty blue skinned tiefling walks over, all smiles. She's the one that kind of hired you. Her name is Valeria. She goes, so we've received word that our cousin is going up to the Holy Mountain again. So, you know, if today's the day, we'd love for you to just do your whole set, whatever it is that you do. We've heard great things, but not really sure how to celebrate reviving your dead friends after 5 years. So, you know, would just be really great if you could just, you know, make it super festive and cheerful and not remind him that his friends have been dead for 5 years. Is that something you can do? Maybe remove the skull. I don't know. If you want to keep it on, it's fine.
Oh, I can easily remove the skull, but that's an easy celebration to do.
Great.
He
And, you know,
takes off
food's
the
provided. You're free to stay here as long as you need.
Perfect. So when are they expected to come back?
You know, anywhere from tonight to, you know, 5 days.
5 days.
Could be less. Could be 3 or 4.
Oh, that's okay.
You know, very, you know, communication's a little rough. He doesn't have a. She like stops herself. You know, can I get you anything?
No, I'm all good for now. Thank you.
Okay, all right. You are there for about 2 days as the rest of the group trudges from the Holy Mountain all the way to Alderbur. And you are not prepared to see. Would your character know about the heroes that defeated the Titans and the dragons and whatnot?
I would say no.
Okay, so you see just like a bunch of weird people walk in. You don't know who like their their cousin is, and they haven't told you what he looks like. They just kind of assumed. So there's someone who like kind of looks like a tiefling, but there's also a big robot, a female sorceress. You're pretty sure she's not the cousin, but who can say? And then like some kind of a cleric looking person, all kind of like walk in. The rest of you, you see this kind of congregation of a bunch of like farmhand tieflings in a very small tavern. A person looking very out of place, holding kind of like bard equipment. And then as you all walk in, they just go, "Oh shit, surprise! Woo!" And like one of them runs into a different room, kind of like takes out a cake that's been like cooling for like the past couple of days. And then someone just kind of like pops out from behind the counter and like pops a party popper. And you see like a bunch more tieflings of like various colors kind of like come in, go, "Oh wow, you did it! I mean, we knew you would. That's great, Felix. Yeah!" And Felix just is like kind of like pulled away by their family members. What does Owain do as the guest of honor has arrived?
Noticing that everyone's celebrating, I pull out my jaw harp. I start playing a little ditty and also start tap dancing on top of the tables.
As you all arrive, you are
greeted
with a tap dancing bard.
Out of character. I bought a jaw harp. I will have it for the next session.
Iconic.
Jesus Christ.
What is everybody doing in the moment as you're greeted by this chaos and a tap dancing bard with like only they are playing music, so it's very much just like a harp and then tap dancing, and then everybody else is just kind of like not like interacting with this.
Valor.
If you guys haven't heard of jaw harp, please listen to like a clip of it.
How do you spell it?
Jaw. It's literally just jaw, Jaw, harp. They sound amazing.
Oh, it's okay. I have heard these. Um, Valor Valor like looks at the bard and just clapping along to the music.
Uh, Roland kind of just like sighs, kind of like just dog tired. Goes to look for food and refreshments.
There's plenty, and nobody seems to like mind if you like partake in it. They like since you all arrived with Felix, they kind of assume you're like a friend of some sorts. There's a bunch of like different pastries, cake, a good amount a good amount of like wine and beer, all kind of like scattered throughout.
I shove a couple of the pastries in my pockets.
You don't eat them, you just take them.
I'm saving them for later, Tim.
When you grow up on the streets, you never know when your next meal is gonna be.
I'm also gonna make like little cast dancing lights, but make it look like little fireworks going around.
For the two people that just like came out of comas, what is like all of this like doing to your characters?
I'm just astonished. I keep looking around me, just kind of really absorbing it all in. And as I'm standing next to Acacia, I go, "So we're actually back. This is you're seeing this too as well, right?"
I'm seeing it, but Acacia's kind of just frozen.
This is, they seem to be very happy, but I can't help but feel that this isn't a common occurrence, to be sure. But I guess something like this is worth celebrating for sure.
It's definitely something. It's a lot.
He's mentioned it was 5 years since we've been gone, more or less. I wonder how much has changed. How was it for you? What did you experience, if you don't mind me asking?
I really don't remember. It was peaceful. I don't think I was upset. I was content.
Do you happen to remember anything from before?
No, bits. I know I recognize a couple of faces, but thinking about it hurts.
I see.
But you remember.
Yes, I remember. Bits and pieces, of course, but piecing them in the right order might be a bit difficult. That's for sure. Well then, I'm not sure what to do next from here. We're back. I guess I'd like to familiarize myself with what's going on as of late. I'm gonna go over, just kind of, as I'm seeing the robot clap, I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of like shrug my shoulders and clap along, just kind of like join in. And just really like scan up and down this person tap dancing away on a jaw harp.
As I'm listening to the performance, I lean over. We have been traveling for days now, but we have not been properly having a very slow. No, it's not slow. It's just every time he does clap, there's just like this plume of just time, like rust and green dust just falling from him
And
every
Owain
single
is getting
time.
all of it, by the way. The robot is just standing there, like, spraying you with dust and rust, and like a spider crawls out of his finger at one point, and you just kind of tap dance a little bit to the side.
Which by the way, you described that there was a snail crawling on me
Yeah.
in the beginning. I keep that snail on my shoulder at all times now. He is my friend now.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go for the snail.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
It's
5.
Bullets from Adventure Time.
It's crawled somewhere else now.
Oh,
And
little
you-
friend is.
Uh-oh.
you have to like
Oh,
freeze
no.
in place so you don't crush it by turning
Oh
around.
god.
Oh no, bro.
But for this interaction right now, we have not been properly introduced. We have been traveling for days, but I do not know you.
Likewise. I think this is the first time I've ever met.
Well,
A robot like yourself. Personally speaking, anyway.
I have already done my formal introduction to everyone else. You may call me Valor 14.
I know. Alright, Valor 14.
I,
My name is Kane.
It is wonderful to meet you, Kane. I hope that this reintroduction into the world is as pleasant to you as it is for me.
Oh, you've also been reintroduced.
I've been deactivated for several years now.
Mm.
What I have been told, somewhere between 6 and 7 years. I'm still
Mhm.
processing that information.
How do you feel about it?
The destruction of my city leaves me in a type of sadness that does not have words that I currently understand to convey it.
Your city? Sorry, what city were you from?
Alagard.
Hmm.
Alagard was this unit's home.
Well, then you're very lucky to have made it out then.
I did not. I was caught in the destruction, and in order to avoid this destruction myself, I had to become inactive, in suspended animation.
Okay, I understand then.
Many of my internal systems have been either destroyed or damaged beyond full repair. I do not have a connection to the other Valor units anymore. At least the personality matrix 14.
And you said there was no way to repair you?
I used to have a complete database of faces and names. It's hard to remember all of them now. You people that this unit had never met personally, but other Valor units have. Now it is only with my personal databank that I can access.
See? So what do you plan on doing now then, in that case?
I'm a guard without a city. I must do what I must to protect and serve the people.
Is that what you wish to do, or something that you've just simply been granted doing?
Why not both? I had been created with a very simple purpose, and I enjoy that purpose. And do not mistake my usage of words. I understand what it means to enjoy, but now I must extend that reach out to others.
admirable of you then.
What about you?
What about me?
One moment you were a pile of bones, and the next a pile of flesh.
That's a good point. Well, to put it very bluntly, it wasn't a very pleasant experience.
I would imagine not.
There were many memories that I seem to find very hazy in my mind, and I find myself to be in a very strange predicament myself, really. But I hope that maybe I can find some answers about why it is that I've been brought back in this particular way.
Would you
I
like
guess-
assistance from this unit in that journey?
Is that something you can provide?
I cannot provide assistance for many things, but what I am good at is protecting and serving the people. As he just like holds a very rusted looking halberd. I am also a capable healer in my own right.
You're a healer yourself. Wow. Interesting.
My core has given me access to a form of magic that all Valor models had access to. I have not been able to use it in some time, so I assume it needs recharging. And to prove that, he is going to put a hand on your shoulder and just put a point of lay on hands in you.
Get an extra hit point. Let's go.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Player death already.
Yep.
Player death already. Let's fucking go.
He had
Fair,
negative
that's
1 hit
fair.
points actually,
Is
and
this a
you
Riley
healing him, he's
campaign?
dead now.
Did Riley write this
God,
campaign?
What the fuck?
I got a 2.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
You
This
feel
is-
this
it was
kind
so
of
It's not
like
a joke anymore.
Dude, I don't think I've rolled higher than like a 10 so far. I don't know what's going on.
Damn.
This is
The
the curse
forever
of the
DM
forever
has-
DM, yeah.
The forever DM has to roll for once.
You
Like, yeah,
have
roll
to
good, guys.
all forever DMs roll like garbage in every campaign that they play.
Dude, this is awful.
ACL, feel my pain.
You feel this kind of like strange shiver inside of your chest, and you've never felt like pain so like minuscule just kind of like send you into shock a little bit, as this like radiant, like pure good healing atop your body that you know should not exist just completely like counteracts almost, and you do gain the healing, but it makes you like sick in the stomach.
Oh goodness. So that's what your core does, correct?
My core provides me with many things. It is my lifeblood. It is my intelligence, my memory, my consciousness, and, for lack of a better word, my soul.
Your soul. Alright. Well, I had an unfortunate, strange reaction, but I'll leave that up to the chance of it being, you know, the recent revival sort of thing. Hopefully, further on, I'll return to normally healing. But that wasn't very pleasant. Sorry.
I am incredibly sorry if my healing has left you sickened in some way.
No, it's
My,
not.
My core seems to have been damaged in the process as well. I am not as strong as I used to be.
That's quite fair. I think we can all say the same, having been missing for many years now, half a decade at most.
Let us enjoy the time here that we have.
Speaking of which, And I go over to look at the tiny person dancing on the table. As I see like the plumes again, just like smoke from their clapping before, kind of emanating off of them. Is that good for you?
I stopped. I stopped playing the jar.
The music just cuts and everybody just like turns to
No,
you.
I stop it at a nice time, but I keep tap dancing.
We pay you by the hour, you know.
A lot of money if you've had me for 5 days. You've had me for 3 days almost. I'm not too bothered by it at the moment.
Really?
Why? Do you not think it's good for me?
Well, Valor here says that he hasn't been activated within like 6 years or so. So
I've been around stranger things.
Indulge me.
In my younger days,
Younger days.
in my younger days, yes, I traveled around the country.
You have. Never one spot for too long, huh?
Not recently. I am a sort of jester for hire.
Okay.
If people want to pay me, I'll attend the party. And I'll entertain. Do you want to hear a joke?
Please.
Alright. Also, as he tells this joke, he's gonna be like jumping around the rafters essentially.
And there he goes.
I had a sorcerer friend who was permanently polymorphed into a frog by a vengeful wizard. The priest of the local temple charged him 5,000 gold to have the spell removed. Lacking the necessary funds, the sorcerer decided to take out a loan from the local treasury. He enters the building, hops up on the empty teller's desk, and jumps on the bell for service. A young woman comes out with a name tag that reads Patricia Whack. The frog, Rick, calmly explains his situation and asks for the 5,000 gold. The teller says, I'm going to need some collateral for a loan that large. The frog spits out a small iron stone, which begins spinning around the teller's head. She says, I'll have to clear this with my manager. So she walks into the back room, explains the situation and points to the still orbiting stone, asking, what do you suppose this is? The manager calmly replies, it's a knick-knack, paddywhack. Give the frog a loan.
Jesus fucking Christ, the setup for that.
Ah,
I don't like that.
that is so funny.
Can I
You're a
give like
jester.
can I give like DM like despiration or something?
You have disadvantage on your next check.
I get a joke and you don't like it. This is the third joke that's been a swing and a miss without liking it.
There's like audible. You know when you hear like a corrupted audio file and it's like some weird static going on, and then you just hear a voice saying audio file missing. I am sorry, my laugh track is not it. The data has been corrupted.
You've had younger days, yes?
Yes.
And you're a jester?
Yeah.
For
Is
how
that-
long?
Almost 5 years now.
What is your name?
Owain Pole.
Owen?
Owain Pole, to be exact.
Owen Paul. Should we meet again, I hope that you find me and give me a joke that'll have me laughing.
Well, I have many jokes.
You spell Owain's name?
Nice.
Yes, I got it right. Fuck yeah. Sorry.
Did you not like that joke before?
You know, like is such a strong word, isn't it?
Is that a yes or a no?
You know, you'll have a constant audience with me, as I'll be sticking around till then.
Well, all I wish is to entertain my audience.
And I am still here waiting.
So
I
you
do
ent-
enjoy your instrument, though. That I do enjoy.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can do much more other things. And he starts, like, acrobating around the rafters.
And there he goes.
Okay. Acacia, what have you been doing this entire time?
Acacia has been overwhelmed and has gone to kind of sit in a corner.
As the hired bard Owain stops playing music and begins to talk to your friend, you see Felix kind of come over, holding two slices of cake, kind of like sits next to you and goes, "You usually like these types of social situations. Anyway, I had your favorite cake made for the occasion," and he presents it to you.
Thank you. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I totally understand. I cannot even imagine what you must be going through, but we'll just take it a day at a time. I'm just glad to see you again, and if there's anything I can do, please let me know. And he just kind of like touches your shoulder in a like very like familiar way, and it like his innate touch hurts because you remember it so well, and it kind of like in a single touch you know that this is someone you've spent like years with, but as you kind of like stiffen at that, he pulls his hand away and goes, well, we'll see where it goes, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. You're fine. Make an insight check for me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so good at insight. And by that I mean I've +0. Okay. Big money, no whammies, 12.
12. You, Acacia, like innately like knows that there's something bothering him. Like there's something about the situation that he is like very disappointed in, but is trying his hardest to like not put that kind of pressure on you or anything.
Acacia will take a bite of the cake, and regardless of how it tastes, she'll say, it's very good, thank you.
It's not your favorite flavor.
Yeah. That's exactly what I expected.
It's a very like rich, like very like chocolatey, like very like heavy, like it's the kind of dessert that like European desserts, like you're supposed to eat like a little bit of a bite and then drink some tea with it, and then that's like your whole activity for a couple of hours. This is like just so much and so overwhelming, and like you immediately just like have the migraine and the lights and the music, and you say it's delicious, and he like half smiles, like wanting to believe you, and just kind of goes, there's a room for you and Kane, and just kind of looks at the group, everybody else. So there's no rush. We have the rest of our lives.
Acacia will nod.
Alright. As you all, is everybody kind of like just staying in a room in this kind of like very like small but cozy and inviting tavern? It's all paid for, and like breakfast and food are included for you all.
Yeah.
So Valor is like he like actively tells us that we have rooms, right?
Yeah, Felix just makes an announcement going, everybody's, like, free to stay, thank you for all your help.
Valor is like not going to make like a big fuss about it right this second, but once he gets Felix alone, he's gonna like take him out off to the side just a little bit and just go, "This unit does not require sleep, nor does it require nourishment.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Do you want some oil?
It would help with the squeaking."
Yeah, yeah. We've got a couple of mechanics. Do you want to go see them right now before they head off to bed? They should still be up, yeah.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. Just yeah, like out the door, and then a couple houses down, you'll see like a smithy with a little bit of a weird chimney out there. Can't miss it.
This unit would also ask that it would just keep guard of the front door for the night.
Um, you don't really need to keep guard, but if it makes you feel safer, yeah, of course.
It is not my will. It is a habit.
Oh, yeah, I get it. I always have to sleep on the left side of the bed.
So, like, Valor doesn't have facial expression, but like through like very comforting like gestures, like just tries to like let him know like thank you or something like that without overtly expressing
Make
it.
an insight check.
Make an insight. Where are you? Fuck, I can't find you. No. Okay, there we go. Insight. Yep, forever DM curse.
Just kind of pat him on the shoulder and leave. And he like just makes an expression that you just do not have the capacity to read, and like leaves you alone. Switching once more. Ziru and Scraps. You've been just kind of like wandering around for the past 2 days. Ziru, you have like your little pamphlet and you're positive it's up to date. And on the map, it shows around this area there's supposed to be a tomb or temple to the Blood Mistress kind of like built, but you're not really seeing it. Though Scraps, with like your wide eyes, you kind of like point on the map that there is a town nearby to where you guys are at. Maybe some people there might have an idea of where everything is.
I point at the map, right? But I tap my finger very aggressively at the town.
I see. Well, I would like to see these grand temples I've heard so much about. I think we should go.
Temple. Yeah. As he just keeps aggressively like tapping on the map.
Do you?
No, go ahead.
Do you want me to lead the way?
He like gives you like a poker face, and then he's like, "Yeah, yeah."
Alrighty then. Go.
Like how Ziru's like kind of annoyed. You head off. The first thing you hear is kind of like music coming from a building, but it stops after a little bit. All the lights are on. This like little farming village seems to be awake at a strange time of night, a little bit more lively than you expected. And as you guys kind of come into this village, you notice a I don't think either of you would have ever seen a warforged just walking around before, and this kind of like massive automaton with a kind of like rusted over halberd and moss covering their entire body, and a little snail slithering across their head just walks out and begins to just.
Oh, my 5 stars. I cannot believe my eyes.
5, like 7 stars least. Scrap's gonna like just huddle into like the fur a little bit more to be a bit more hidden as they hear more noises and people.
Alright.
This
Are you guys trying to be stealthy?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
Very
Valerie, you notice them
often.
immediately. You just notice two
just goes
people
into-
screaming, and then you look over, and there's only one person standing there.
Yeah.
I look over and I wave.
Oh, and looked at me.
You're like at a zoo.
I whisper in their ear. It moves. It moves. It moves.
It breathes.
It does. Oh, wait, no, I don't know that yet. It moves. It's
Oh,
big.
goodness.
Oh my god! I like under the cloak tap their back. It's big like you.
Whoa.
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 Whoa. Yeah.
I just see this like one person standing there like speaking into like their shoulder. Like I'm just gonna call out. Would you like to have a conversation over here?
It talks.
Oh.
Should we go talk to it?
Trust? Does it look like it'll bite?
It doesn't have a
don't
mouth.
think it has a mouth.
Make an investigation check for me.
Investigation.
Oh, you're go. You got this.
No.
Wait,
I would like Scrap to make one as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Little Omi. It does not have a mouth, but you're not sure if there's other secret teeth it has.
What if secret? What if it has
Secret?
secret teeth?
You know, I would not be surprised. I have some secret teeth of my own. You never be too sure.
I have one less tooth, so I don't have that many.
Oh,
Have you just
You-
been like
you
gumming
want one of mine?
the food?
Go.
Okay,
talk.
okay.
I'm here. I'll kill it if anything.
I appreciate the
You
vote
can
of
hear this
confidence.
entire conversation.
I'm just
They're
standing there,
like,
just
very close by. They're just like whispering, quote unquote.
I don't think I can hear this.
I'm gonna pretend
Yeah,
like
we're
I can't
being-
hear them, just to give them like more confidence in their approach.
So stealthy. We're so good at this.
We're being very quiet. Oh boy.
You're like
Very-
5 feet away from him.
We're so quiet.
We're so good at this. Oh boy.
We're so good. Okay, go. He doesn't know. It's
Yeah.
fine. So, yeah.
As soon
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you get as soon as you get close to this unit, it outstretches a hand and like looks. The thing is, it doesn't have like normal eyes, so it looks in your direction, but you don't know if it's trying to look through you or at you. This unit greets you.
Um,
Oh,
is this
is this? What do you do with the hand?
is that supposed to be a hand?
I don't know. Ooh, bite it. Bite.
Bite?
Yes.
Ah,
You're gonna
Yes,
bite a metal hand. Okay.
so he's gonna like nibble on it.
How does it taste?
Terrible. Ugh.
Oh. Okay. So it's not food. So
Yeah.
This unit had outstretched its hand so you could shake it.
shake.
Oh.
Oh, I want you to shake. Just shake around. Yeah.
Zeru's gonna like shake his head back and forth like a wet dog. Alright.
the fur on his back's also gonna shake.
The hand like goes back to his side, knowing like, oh, I am dealing with something else here. This
you
unit
can't.
Now,
Fine.
what, if I may ask, are you supposed to be?
You may call this unit Valor 14.
Alrighty. Are you, Mr. Big Toe in these parts, or what's going on?
This
You know
unit
what?
does not
Yeah.
recognize your tone of speech.
Oh, I'm, from way down south. I doubt you've been there.
This unit does not recognize the terminology, he means.
Oh,
It use big words.
Sorry, they.
They don't. They use big words. Do you
I
see
see.
anything shiny on it? Or
No.
they? What?
No. I'm just gonna flat out say there's nothing shiny on this bitch anymore.
Okay, good.
If there was like anything there, Roland would have like taken it.
Yeah.
It's funny. I don't see anything of value, no.
No. Okay.
It is
Go.
currently getting late.
What do you
Yes.
mean?
Would you like a room?
What now?
A room at a local inn.
In a local inn. Scraps, what do you think about this?
In what?
God fucking.
Fuck off, god damn it. That one got me. The
In what?
it is no. An inn with two ends.
What does that mean?
It
Yeah.
means it is a place where you exchange gold for a room.
I think he can. I think they can hear me.
This
Well,
unit cannot
you're-
hear you.
Oh, there you go.
Gaslighting you?
I was getting worried. It must be telepathic. Oh, that's a big word. Oh, it must be mine. Anyway,
Yeah, something like that, I'm sure.
yeah. Wait, what did you just
Well-
say? I wasn't paying attention.
Zuru is going to like pull out this like kind of like he pulls out a journal, but it's like the cover of it is like dried bat skin and fur, and like its face is like squished in, so it looks really fucking creepy. And he's gonna flip through the pages really quickly and like go down a long checklist. Yeah, I am supposed to visit one of these so-called inns, so I would like to see where this creature of the night takes us.
One.
If you would like a free room, please speak with the one called Felix and tell him I sent you. You can use my room since I do not have any need of it.
Well, that is mighty kind of you. Felix, you said?
It like nods its head,
Shit.
but it no, it nods its head and you hear like this loud ass creaking sound.
Scrap's gonna flinch.
Yeah, Zuru also flinches.
Valor, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night with Scrap like taking you apart.
I have accepted this fate.
It's funny. Zuru kind of gives a nod and goes into the inn or whatever building the direct them to.
The rest of the group sees a rather tall armored drow man with like multiple sets of eyes across his face, and this would Scrap be like showing, or would they be
No.
hiding? Okay, cool.
I'm under.
Enter the tavern. We're like running a little low on time, so we're just gonna end the session there.
Oh,
The
okay.
group finally.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Ricky. but the
No, I
group-
was just gonna say, like, he goes to the mechanic just to like get a
Yeah.
get like the outer layer of moss like scrubbed off and like some
We'll-
WD-40 on the
start
joints.
We'll start the next session with housekeeping, but
love
I don't
it.
want to turn any longer than this.